Hello and thank you for clicking on this Destiny 2 video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a Warlock build that is going to destroy and carry all your fireteam activities. This build does not work in solo, but in fireteam activities where you have other players, you are going to be the heaviest hitter and the support of your group at the same time, keeping all your allies alive. This build is going to give us constant radiance, constant class ability regen, constant melee and grenade regen, and a constant Helion turret on your shoulder. Now, to begin with, I would normally show the gameplay loop, but this build does not work in solo, so I'm going to show you gameplay instead and say what you need to do. The gameplay loop is to constantly pop your class ability Healing Rift. This is going to send out healing turrets to your allies, which in turn is going to give us constant ability regen, meaning you can pop your Healing Rift again. The gameplay loop is pop your Healing Rift, stay near your allies, and just melt everything in your path with your weapons and abilities. Now, for the build itself, we're going to start off with the exotic armor piece, which is the Boots of the Assembler. The Blessing of Order means standing in a rift creates noble seekers that seek out allies and heal them. We're not worried about the Empowering Rift part because we are sticking to the Healing Rift. When a noble seeker finds an ally, you gain class ability energy, and it also increases a hand cannon as well, but we're focused on the noble seekers seeking allies to heal them, which in turn gives us a lot of class ability energy back. You might be wondering where the grenade and melee energy comes from. That is going to be in our subclass, which, speaking of, we are going for the Dawnblade Solar subclass. For the class ability, you are going to need to rock the Healing Rift. The jump is entirely up to you, melee is up to you, grenade, I personally recommend Fusion Grenade, but again, up to you. Now for the aspects, we have Touch of Flame. We are rocking this because it's going to empower our grenade, which we will get quite a lot. And secondly, we have Helion. We're going to get a Solar Mortar on our shoulder that is going to damage allies and also scorch them whenever we use our class ability. And we are going to be popping our class ability all the time, so we are going to have our Helion turret 24/7. Now in terms of fragments, we have Ember of Sindering. This means our class ability will recharge faster when we scorch targets. This is a solar build, we should be scorching quite a lot. This will help us get our class ability back even quicker. Next up we have Ember of Empyrean. Solar weapons or ability final blows will extend Radiant and Restoration, which we will have a lot of the time. Next up we have Ember of Torches. Powered melee attacks against combatants make us and nearby allies radiant. This is going to help us get radiance, keep radiance, and also buff our teammates at the same time. And finally, the most important fragment, applying restoration, cure, or radiance, which we can do with a lot of things on this build, is going to give us increased grenade regen and melee regen, and also class ability regen. So for the synergy, every time we pop our class ability, we are going to send out healing turrets to our teammates, which is going to heal them, proccing this fragment, giving us more grenade and melee and class ability regeneration. We can also get giving nearby allies radiance from this as well, which will also proc Ember of Benevolence. This. So that is how we are going to have our constant regen for this build. Next up, for the weapons, my personal choice is to go for the Tommy's Matchbook Auto Rifle. This is going to be absolutely insane because we're going to have our Healing Rift 24/7, which should negate the negative effects of it damaging us the more we use it. So with them effects nullified, we should be able to use this without a problem, melting everything in our path. It also deals Scorch when you have the catalyst for it, proccing our other fragment in our build. I would highly recommend a Mint Retrograde Pulse Rifle, so then you can deal with the barrier champions. Another benefit of the Tommy's Matchbook is you are going to be able to deal with overload champions because it's an auto rifle, and unstoppables from dealing enough scorch stacks to ignite them. I would also highly recommend a solar heavy weapon, as this is a solar build. Now if you did want to change it up and you wanted to use something else, I'd still highly recommend using a solar weapon. Maybe you could put on the Ahab Char and go for the Wishender bow for your primary. I highly recommend your most used weapon to be a solar weapon, as it synergizes with other stuff in the build. My personal recommendation again is the Tommy's Matchbook, as we've got so much healing in this build, this weapon will absolutely thrive. Now in terms of the artifact, the most important ones: row 1, whatever you want; row 2, again, whatever you want; row 3, an important one, Fever and Chill. Rapid precision hits with solar weapons will give us Radiance. This is going to be another way for us to get Radiance and keep it for longer. For the second column, Cauterized Darkness I like to choose, as maybe someone on our fire team might be using Darkness debuffs, which means our build will pop out more. Another important one, Shoulder to Shoulder. This build is about sticking with your teammates and keeping them alive and buffing them. Being near teammates is going to give us damage resistance with this perk. For the final column, Radiant Shrapnel, it's a solar build. This means when we defeat targets with a solar weapon or scorch targets, solar projectiles will release from them. This is going to help us just deal out some more scorch around the battlefield and some chip damage around the battlefield. And finally we have Shield Crush. The important part is the bottom section. While we are radiant, your grenade will recharge faster and deal increased damage. So we are focusing on our grenade for this build, which is going to help, as it will deal more damage and come back faster from our constant radiance. And finally, for the mods, or for the stats first I will go over, we are going to be focusing on weapons and class. Class, get to 100 as you can get it back as quick as you can. The class ability is the core of this build, so we want this at 100 so we get it back ASAP. And next, and the most important part, you want weapons as high as you can. Our abilities we're not too fond of, because this is just going to increase recharge time. We're not too worried about that, as the recharge time is good enough with this build. So we are fully focusing on weapons, so we can deal as much damage as we can with our weapons, that being the Tommy's Matchbook. And finally, for the mods, for the helmet, Special Ammo Finder and Solar mods, I also have the Solar Strand one, as I use them in retrograde as well. For the hands, I like to use the Harmonic Loader, 2 of these, to increase the reload speed of our Tommy's Matchbook. And finally, Firepower. Grenade Final Blows will create orbs of power. We should be getting our grenade back a fair bit, and it will deal more damage because we're radiant. And for your chest piece, I like to use Solar Ammo Generation. Increase the ammo generation of solar weapons. When you are using this build with the Tommy's Matchbook, you are going to have more ammo than you can think of. Your heavy should be near enough fully filled 24/7, even if you're spamming it. The ammo generation of this build and setup is insane. Lastly, or second to last for the legs, Recuperation. This is just a bit of more survivability for this build. And then 2 solar weapon surges. This is a solar build. I focus on the Tommy's Matchbook. Let's get that as strong as we can. And finally, for the class item, reduce grenade cooldown when using our class ability. We're going to be popping our class ability like there's no tomorrow. This is a no-brainer. Powerful Attraction. Again, we're popping our class ability all the time. It's going to pick up any orbs that we miss when we pop it. And finally, Class Font. We gain a bonus to our class stat while we have armor charges. This means that when we pop our Healing Rift, when we have an armor charge, we're going to have more class stat as well, so we should get a nice little overshield as well when we pop it, helping with that increased survivability. And that is everything to do with this build. This build is about being the biggest team player you can in all your activities. You will be solo carrying teams so easily. It's insane the amount of people I've carried through activities using this Warlock build. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, a like and subscribe goes a very long way. The support lately has been insane. Thank you very much for watching.